Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Did we get it fixed? Hey, is there anybody there? It may be the internet. Hey, y'all. All sorts, how's it going? Can you see and hear me? Oh, please tell me you can see and hear me. Cherish, can you see and hear me okay? Please tell me you can. Hi, Laura. Hey, Lori. Can anybody see and hear me? Maybe? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, perfect. Okay. So this is just going to be really, really short, like 10 minutes, because, technical difficulties being what they are. And I had to uninstall my, whatever this encoder system is and reinstall it. So, holy mackerel. Hey, Miss Kelly. Hi there. Hey, Opal. Thank you guys so much for coming back. I am so sorry about this. Technology is wonderful when it works, and when it doesn't, it's like, woo! Okay, so 10 minutes-ish. I don't want to run over into Pratt Family Homestead, so I'm just going to keep this one really short and sweet and say thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and trying to be here, and my system not being good, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I actually just have a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about and tell you guys about, and one of them is the strawberry bed, which we just posted the video today, and I wanted to let you guys know that that's up and going and to check it out. And I'm excited about that because we love strawberries. So we do still have the strawberry plants that we had put into the raised beds in our garden itself. Those are already there, and we're going to leave them there probably until, I don't know, somewhere after the time of them actually producing strawberries for us, but not when it's so late that, they're going to die off in frost or anything like that. So, hey, old Alabama gardener, Charles, it's good to see you. I don't think you've been in a live stream before. This one's going to be really short today because I don't want to run over top of Pratt Family. But we got a really late start today because of technical difficulties. But I'm really excited about the strawberry bed being now where it is. And as soon as I feel like it's a good time to move the strawberry plants that are in the garden, I'm going to move them over to the strawberry bed, and that'll be where we have all of our strawberries from here on out. So I think that we're going to keep an eye on that and keep it cleaned up and contained. In saying that strawberry plants put off runners, and while we want the runners and we're going to replant them so that we get a good full strawberry bed, we don't want it to be overcrowded to where it doesn't produce so well. So we'll keep on with the runners and keep replanting them until we get as many strawberry plants as we want, and then we'll just start changing them out every few years. So after a few years, the original strawberry plant starts to kind of die off, so I'll get rid of those ones and then put new runners in their place. So this is going to be a really good, sustainable refreshing and wonderful plan. So I'm really excited about it, and we'll probably either sell or trade off the new strawberry plants and runners as the years go on, the ones that we don't need. I am absolutely all about the barter system. So anytime I can trade for something, I'm going to do it. Yes, Opal, you are absolutely right. The leaves make great tea, and I am super excited about it. That's one thing that we've really been learning since we've been out here is, we have this fabulous rose bush in front of our house, and the idea of making rose petal gems and jellies, tinctures and essential oils and teas, and just from this one plant, right? Just from this one thing. And then how many of these different one things do we have on our property? We're finding plantain, we're finding lamb's quarters, we're finding all kinds of good stuff, and you guys know about the honeysuckle that we have. We've done a video on honeysuckle jelly, and the other day Matt came in from work and he had some blackberries in his hand. He had found a wild blackberry bush over mixed in with the honeysuckles. So I mean, it's just it's wonderful to be able to forage on your own property and to be able to be sustainable in that way, to have these things that you can draw from that are here naturally, didn't cost us anything, and it's just exciting. It is really exciting. Which state and growing zone are we in? We are in East Tennessee, Charles. We are in growing zone 7A. Let's see. Yes, Lori, it really is absolutely fabulous. It is the most wonderful experience to find these things that are already here, and, that they can do these things for you. It's wonderful. Wonderful Blessed Life says, watch out for the blackberries. They'll take over like a weed. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the honeysuckles will too. But right now, basically, they're living on the fence line between our property and the empty property next to us. I think that at one point it used to be a salvage yard or some kind of an auto mechanics, I don't know what. But anyway, they've cleaned it up really good, but they've left our fence line brush full and trees full. And we actually appreciate that because, it kind of hides all that stuff from us. So we'll be keeping this stuff along the fence line, and basically it's going to be acting as a fence line for us. So, there's another benefit, huh? Yeah, I know you are, and I see all of your stuff. Old Alabama Gardener says, I'm just south of you in Zone 7B. And you guys are like... You guys make it so hard to wait and be patient for our food to finish growing in the garden. We see that you guys are already harvesting everything. Kelly says, I am living my dreams through you all. My hubby is in the Canadian Air Force, so we'll live in the big city until we retire. I managed to plant a bunch of veggies in buckets. Hey, that is amazing, Kelly. Anytime you can do something like that for yourself, right on, man. That is awesome. So, let's see here. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on that. I haven't seen any random starts yet, but, this is just our first summer here. We moved in here in August this past year. So everything that we've had done here, everything that you guys have seen in the videos, that's all just been done since August. So, this spring was our first spring here, and it was wonderful to see all of the things that were coming out for springtime. And, it's been great. We had a couple of apple trees that were already here on the property. and I'm having to sit back and think about what I'm going to do with them, because they're June apples. So basically, they get about, you know, I don't know, maybe, where's the camera at? This big, you know, not even the size of a baseball, and they stay mostly green with just little bits of pink on them, and they're bitter. Not like Granny Smith apples are a bit tart but still sweet. These are bitter, and so, but the trees are great. I mean, they're big, and they have shade under them, and you know, it's wonderful. But for all of the apples that they produce, and I don't know, I'm gonna do some research and see if it's worth keeping them, and finding things to do with the apples, or if we need to get rid of them and plant something else. So, but they're close to the house, so you know, it's kind of, I don't know. But anyway, that's one of those things that we got to think about. Uh, no, crab apples are like little. These are big, like almost the size of a regular, like a Jonathan apple. They're about that size. But they're, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I could use the apples to make pectin. That's actually a good idea. And let us know, hey, how's it going? I didn't see you come in. But anyway, yeah, that's something that I'm checking into to see. Um, anyway, that's just another thing on our list of things to check on. But so anyway, we talked about the strawberries, talked about those apple trees. Cabbage worms. Cabbage worms are the bane of my existence. Every single day out there picking these things off. They are on the cabbages, they are on the broccoli and the cauliflower, and Charles, I may need to chat with you, friend. I could really use some input on how to help keep them away. They have absolutely decimated things. I mean, in the course of me going out there, and plucking these stupid things, you know, I see the little white moth float by, and I am like a mad woman chasing after it. No, go away! I am fairly certain that it is a good thing that we live far enough away from the road that people can't see me, because I am certain that they would haul me off to the loony bin, okay? You know, I would love to sick the chickens on them, but let me tell you what my chickens do. They're like, oh, look, that's a pretty flying away. Absolutely worthless critters when it comes to these stupid moths. Now, I could possibly turn the chickens loose in the garden, but then it's up for debate as to whether it's the worms or the chickens who eat all of the broccoli and cabbage leaves and cauliflower. So, I'm darned if I do and darned if I don't on that end. At this point, they are so bad, and I've gotten maybe a head and a half of broccoli. I've gotten no cauliflower at all, like not even any little buds. They're done. They're done. They're toast. I need to just pull them out and toss them into the compost and consider it a loss for this year and figure out what to do about next year, because I'm pretty sure that they're just done. And it's disappointing, but you know, what do you do? On a positive note, I have lettuce coming out of my ears. And I am going to have tomatoes coming out of my ears. The tomatoes are doing great. I have that Cherokee purple that I mentioned last week. The tomato is literally now like the size of my hand. It is massive, and it is just starting to get the slightest hint of changing colors. So I mean, it's incredible. Our Roma tomatoes are doing really well. They're all really big. It's just been really encouraging that those things are doing well because, you know, like I said, the broccoli and the cauliflower are pretty much. And here's another thing that's interesting is that I planted green cabbage and the red cabbage, and the red cabbage is doing fine, and it's planted in the same row. Um, I don't know, the cabbage bugs, like Hannah said, the cabbage bugs are green, and so they like to stay on the green ones. But yeah, the green cabbage it's rough. But the red cabbage is great, and the lettuce is great. The tomatoes are great. So, hello, Matthew. Everybody say hi, Matthew. He's in the other room, probably telling me that it's time to get off here. But anyway, our corn are getting the tassels growing up nice. My cucumber is turning white. Any idea? Melissa, to be quite honest with you, I don't know. But if Charles is still here, he may have an idea. He is really, really good about this kind of thing. He knows an awful lot about a lot of things. Mr. Charles, are you still here by chance? So our corn is doing well. The cucumbers are doing well. Our one zucchini plant has been doing amazing. We didn't want to plant too many zucchini because, you know, we're not really really well versed in zucchini. So, you know, we got one plant going to see if we would like it, and it's growing amazing. We get these nice zucchini, and we're getting ready to cut some up into zucchini fries and coat them with some kind of breading and bake them in the oven. And I'll probably do a video on that because I thought that was pretty neat. So yeah, Melissa, Charles is the old Alabama gardener. He would probably know what to do for you or how to help you because that's definitely a Charles question. It's above my pay grade. Hey Sam, how's it going? Okay, so the Great Pumpkin Challenge. The Great Pumpkin Challenge. As you guys know, there are 2 different ones, and I just did a video, earlier this week, Monday, something like, planting the Dill's Atlantic Giant seeds. They have already germinated. They are already popping up out of the dirt. I have plants this tall already, and I am super excited because I am stuck so far behind on the Whistle Thickets Challenge that I don't know if I'm going to catch up or not, but here's hoping. Let's see. Oh, the other challenge, you know, there are 2 different pumpkin challenges, and one is from Whistle Thicket, and that's the one that I planted these Dill's Atlantic Giant seeds for just this week. The other challenge was started a couple of months ago, actually, by Daniel over at Go for Green Living, and I've got that one in the ground in the garden, and it is doing really well. It has vines that are 10 foot long and leaves this big, and it is amazing. And actually, it has a pumpkin on it that is, I don't know, about this big or so. So I'm really excited about that. And let's see, the giant pumpkin that we planted at the same time, we planted that first, did I just say pumpkin? The giant watermelon that we planted at the same time we planted the first giant pumpkin has also got a melon on it, and it's pretty decent size too. So I'm super excited about those, and they actually make it so how shall I say, it kind of makes it worth all of this work, even though the cabbage worms have pretty much decimated the other green stuff. So, now the pumpkin that I planted for that video, or for that challenge, was the Big Mac's pumpkin. So, we've got the Big Mac's pumpkin in the ground for the Go for Green Living challenge, and then I have the Dill's Atlantic Giant ones in the pots for the Whistle Thickest challenge. So, I think I'm caught up now. I still have not got our Chicken Mania and our goat collaboration videos done, but those are both getting done, editing and uploaded this weekend. So you should see both of them on our page by Monday. If you don't see them by Monday, come and haunt me on Facebook. You guys can find our homestead page on Facebook. Just search Sullivan Family Homestead on the Facebook, and you'll find us there, and send me a message and say, hey woman, where the heck is that video? Because both of them are past due and need to be done, and I've got bits and pieces of both of them done and in the editing software, but I have to get them finished. So anyway, by the time I get those two finished, I think I'll be caught up with our how shall I say, committed videos, and I'll be able to get started on some more of this stuff. So let's see, one of the things that I want to talk about are some of the crafty stuff that we do here. I really want to get some of Matt's horseshoe metalworks videos going. He does a lot of really cool horseshoe stuff. Oh, actually, I have one here. Okay, guys, check this out. Look at that. So, do you see the hammerhead, the washers, the rebar, the horseshoes? This is what Matthew does. And I think it's absolutely amazing. I mean, the weld work is great. It's just, it's awesome. He has some big flowers that he made to put in gardens, and all kinds of cool stuff. So I don't know if we have any pictures of any of those things on our Facebook page, but we really should. We will definitely be having them in our Etsy shop very soon. And so you should be seeing some of that stuff soon too. And then another thing, yes, Lori says, how's my alpaca wool coming along? I am actually slowly but steadily picking all of the dingleberries out of it. So the thing is, if I don't pick all of this stuff out of it before I wash it, then basically what happens is that the hairs wrap around that dingleberry and it holds them in there like nobody's business. And so if I do that, then I try to pull that poo out of there, it will just crumble apart in there, like smush in, and then it's just disgusting. So I'm hand picking all of the fibers and making sure that I'm pulling out all of the hay and all of the poo and, you know, all of the stuff that you know's in there because you're the one that sent it to me. So, but I should actually, I should actually have some pictures or something for you really soon. So, one thing about Surrey alpaca is that because of the fibers, well, you know, yeah, there kind of is like little bits where there was, you know, where they shaved the back half and stuff, and then where they were laying down and whatnot. It happens. It happens. Trust me, it happens. So I actually was just picking, I can never pronounce that word, but Hakaya alpaca, I think that's pronounced right. Anyway, the shorter haired alpacas, And there was a little bit in it too. So, you know, it's something that I do all the time. It's nothing new. But it just takes a little bit longer. And with Surrey especially, I want to, because it is so silky and smooth and beautiful. And when it's spun up, it is so much nicer having taken that extra time to do it. So trust me, I'm doing this because I love you so much, darling. So anyway, I've thought about doing some videos on the spinning and whatnot also, and doing some preparation videos and things like that, and getting with Matthew and catching him while he's doing some of his horseshoe works, and videotaping some of that too, because that stuff really is interesting. And we don't think about it at the time. We just think, oh, well, this is some work that we're doing right now. And really, we should be thinking, hey, you know what? Somebody else would really like to see that. So we're going to try really hard to be more proficient at recording videos when we should be, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on here that, you know, we don't necessarily think about it being extraordinary, but, you know, it kind of is. So we'll hopefully be doing some more crafting type videos in the near future, and then tying that in with other ways that you can make money on the homestead. Now, I know that if you go to Doug and Stacy's channel, Doug's talked about it a bit, Stacy's talked about it a bit, Patera over at Appalachia's Homestead has talked about ways to make money. I believe Pratt's have talked about things like that. So, you know, there's quite a few folks that have already done videos and talked about ways that they make money on the homestead. And we're not going to do a series or anything like that, but we may just kind of touch on it a little bit while we're doing these crafting videos. So, I don't know, it's something to think about. But, you know, like this right here is a square that I just did for a crochet swap. It's actually got to be sent out the 1st of next week. And, you know, I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff. And I absolutely love to kind of show people how to do that stuff too. And, you know, like this little drawstring bag here. And, you know, it's cute and it's big enough to hold some little trinkets or something. And I'm actually going to put some crocheted stitch markers in here and send them to the gal that gets the square. So she'll get the granny square and then the matching little pouch here. And it'll have some little charm stitch markers tucked inside of it like a little gift bag. So, you know, it's just little things that I do that I don't think about, you know, and it's a lot of fun, and, you know, maybe somebody would really enjoy learning how to do it too. So, you know, anyway, it is now 12 minutes after 9. I have overlapped the Pratts, even though I said I wasn't going to. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for tonight so you can head over there and watch their live stream. But I'll think about doing some crochet videos and some spinning videos and things like that. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for visiting this live stream. It's a little bit kind of crazy tonight because I'm flustered from having all of the technical issues for like 45 minutes. But anyway, I hope to see you guys next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I hope that I don't have any more of these issues. I'm not even going to play around with it. I'll be on here at like 7:30 getting on getting on here to make sure that everything is up and running properly. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.